Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fridays on 42nd Street. I'm Katy Merriman, Artistic Director at the Des Moines Playhouse, and we have a lot going on this Friday morning. Obviously, we have this fantastic guest, Adam Fast, with us. I'm going to get back to him in just a second. Hold tight. Over here, if you hear any bangs or moving things around, they're just around the corner, but we're working this morning with some people from Heartland Academy Movers, who are helping us move stuff out of the building into storage and move Singing in the Rain stuff from storage to here. So it was such a big move day that we contacted them for a little bit of help, and they have been so great to work with. So highly recommend Heartland Academy Movers. They're awesome. Now, Adam Fast here is a longtime volunteer at the Playhouse, but also involved in lots of other theater around town, and reminds me of sort of this new campaign we're starting about ordinary people doing extraordinary theater in our space. Like, we all have our kind of, not normal, but ordinary day jobs and lives, and then also people come into the building and do these extraordinary projects and have extraordinary skills and talents. And you remind me of that. So, Adam Fast, tell us first, what do you do during the day for your work, because I think it's cool, and then I'm going to ask you about what your other projects are.
It's not so much as a day job as it is an early morning job, because I work as a studio tech at WHO 13 News, which is pretty much a fancy way of saying camera operator.
Okay, but that's cool. Like, you're behind there filming the news for them, right?
That's essentially true. I have to set up the studio, and I serve as the communication between the on-air talent and the control room.
That's really awesome, and I think it sounds like a cool job. Now, in your free time, I know you are in shows, you have crewed shows for us, you've been a part of our shows in a lot of ways, but what are your projects? Because you have specific voice acting talent that we want the people to know about.
Well, recently I've started doing what I call play and dubs, which are essentially playthroughs of video games, including commentary on YouTube. But it wasn't until a while ago that I started to think, what if I were to take a video game without any voice acting and then audition actors in the Des Moines scene to provide voiceover for the game? And that's how the play and dub of Luigi's Mansion came into existence, and I'm currently planning a new playthrough of Pokemon Fire Red for the Game Boy Advance.
Cool. So for those of us at home who don't know anything about like the internet and video games, which I had to have Adam explain this a little further, but it's a really like cool and common practice. Like, I mean, aren't there people who like earn money by playing through games and recording it and putting it almost like a tutorial or something on YouTube?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
There are several YouTubers who play video games like Minecraft and League of Legends, and they earn a lot of dough. And I recently just surpassed 100 subscribers, so I'm nowhere near that point.
You've got to start somewhere. That's a nice landmark to hit.
Oh yeah, very proud of it.
But then other people who are playing that game go and watch it. So you took that a step further and involved local actors and talent and put a little more art into it. And sort of directed. Did you write the script?
No, I didn't write the script. The script was already written way back when the game was first made.
Okay, so like you take what the game has, but then you kind of bring it to life with actors.
Exactly. It's sort of the same process as dubbing anime, which are, if you don't know, are cartoons dubbed in Japan. The animation is already pre-made, and the script is dubbed over in English from Japanese, so it's a similar process.
Like when I watch Pokemon with Jack.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, and so you already did one project, Luigi's Mansion. It's like whole Mario, Luigi, that world.
Yep.
And now your next project is Pokemon Red. My understanding of video games and Pokemon is that it's like there are all different kinds of Pokemon games, but you've chosen this one, and now where are you in the process? Are you casting right now, or what are you doing?
Well, the first set of auditions recently has been completed as of now. I'm also planning a live Zoom audition on the 25th of February, so if you're still interested in auditioning for the project, I'll put a Zoom link up on social media.
Okay, we can probably link to stuff in our thing too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an actor call for anybody who has a voice?
anybody who has a voice, but more importantly, any actor, because one of my coaches, his name is Bob Bergen, he always tells his students, all characters have voices, but not all voices have character. So when I am auditioning actors, I'm looking for strong, bold choices. I'm not looking for people who just read off the script.
Yeah.
It's really, the acting is what's really important in voice acting.
And we've talked before about how, like, you may not think, I mean, when you go to an audition and someone says make bold choices, I think a lot of us instinctively think that means like a physical movement, but really when you're voice acting, you have to like go through that whole story and that whole physical movement and then condense it into you sitting there and reading something. And I think that is like such a unique challenge. So in case you couldn't tell from the sound of Adam's voice, he is also a voice actor. And that is why he is so uniquely qualified for this project. But I love that point, and I think that's such a cool opportunity for people who, you know, for whatever reason, maybe don't want to be up on the stage or in front of a camera. There is a whole world of voice acting that a lot of actors during COVID also have gone to, like reading audiobooks, being part of like podcasting. I'm sure you can list way more than I can, but I just think it's such a cool thing that you do.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because when COVID struck, as you know, Broadway and Hollywood were completely shut down. Voice acting was the only performance medium that didn't stop when the virus hit, because all of the actors who were working on projects had their own home studios. So home studios were kind of a nice thing to have pre-COVID. Now they're an absolute necessity, and I also have my home studio from which I audition for projects.
Yeah, that is so cool. Adam, thank you for talking to us. If you want to reach out to him about his upcoming projects and auditions, we will link to the information for you to get in touch with him and for that Zoom audition. Thanks for tuning in this week. We're going to go back upstairs next week and talk to Nicholas Amundsen, and he's going to show us some of the like fancy magical projection work we do in Murder on the Orient Express, which, by the way, if you haven't seen, you should definitely get a ticket to. It's on tonight, Saturday, and Sunday, and then we have another week after of Wednesday through Sunday performances. So they're selling well, and you might want to grab your tickets now for Murder on the Orient Express. Do you want to take us out with a goodbye in a character voice?
Okay, Doc. Usually I say goodbye as Porky Pig, but he's out with COVID, so I'll say, that's all, folks.
Thank you, Adam.